In this lecture, I will show you how to use a table in HTML. Alright. So very first thing is what is table. So you can see in our normal life also we have something like this, right? So this I can say is a structure. Now what are the things in the table? The very first thing is the row. Alright. So this is what row. After that, inside this row you will create the multiple columns. Suppose I want to create two columns inside this. All right, so these are the columns. Again, if you want to create a row, you can create a row. Okay, and again inside the row you will create the column. Okay, so this is row 1, row 2. Similarly, suppose I have row 3 and I want to create three columns inside it, so that's also fine. You can create simply three columns. All right, again next to some rows, and you want to create some columns inside it, so that is the thing. All right, so what I am trying to say is this particular thing, the whole container is what you say table. Okay, and all these other things are what, nothing but the rows. Okay, like this one, this one, this one, this one and this one. These are the rows. All right, whereas these are what, these are the columns. Okay, now what happened, like whenever in any table we work, first uh, the column inside the first row will become the header. Like I will show the particular head or heading that this particular column will contain the name, and this particular column will contain the contact number, right? So what we want, like if all the other data is in the normal, so these things are called what, head. So a very simple concept that is of th is whatever you write inside the th will comes inside the bold. Okay, here you are also making the column, but we are making it with the help of the tag th. Okay, that is the table head. Similarly, in the other columns, at that time, your text is totally normal, not the bold one. So here, suppose I write John and contact number, anything, right? And similarly, some data, something like this. Okay. So this data, when you are making these things, these are what? These are nothing, just the TD. Okay, that is the table division. All right, so this is what your TD, that is the table division. So always remember, in order to create the table you will use the tag table tag. In order to create the rows you will use the tag tr, that is the table row. In order to create the columns inside the first row which you want to make as a head, you will use the tag th. And in order to make the columns outside of it, means the normal columns, you will use the td, not tc, you will use tt. Okay, all right. So this is the basic thing. Now let us do it practically. So first of all, we need to create a table. Inside the table, we will create the multiple rows, and inside every row, then I will create the column. Okay. So let us go to the page, and suppose here I create a file with the name table.html. Okay. And here I will write some basic HTML code. So HTML, and I said head section and body section. As I already told you, head section is for the other things also, like I want to set the title, so I will say it working with tables, and all the other designing will come inside the body. So here let me give a heading, say contact details. All right. And after that, we will create a table. Okay. So this is a table. Now I want to create the row. So tr, and if I write td directly, say name and contact number. As I already told you that td will create the columns, normal columns, right? So let me create other row, the same td, and this time let me give the name John and contact number something. Similarly, the next td, inside which we will write the td name, say Ron, again td, again a tr tag, td, uh, Maria, td, and something like this. Okay, so this is a thing. Now let me open the same thing in the browser. So right click open in default browser. Means if you guys don't have this plugin installed, it will not come like that. For that reason, you will just go to Revel File Explorer and double click the file. Okay, and that is the better option basically. So you can see something like this, right? But it is not looking like table. The data is arranged but not looking like table. So what you will do, you will just simply add a attribute to the table which is called border. So here I give border 1, right? So here you can see there is a border in the table. Now you can see my header is not looking anything different from the other data. I just want to make it bold, right? So either you can use the B tag over here, or in simply in table they give you the option TH. Okay, that is for the table head. So here you will write TH, and now you can see it is coming like this. Okay, suppose I want to add one more column, so I will write contact number 2, and see, because for the other rows I don't have the column number 3. Now suppose I have the value for the column number 3 of Ron, right? So in the row of Ron I will create one more td, and here you will write something. So this will contain the column after it. Okay. So it is not compulsory that all of your rows will contain the same column and all. Suppose here I create a tr and I will create the 4 tds inside it. Say gems, and one more something, and this HTML is not as sensitive, so you don't need to worry about the capital and small. See, this will contain the 4 columns. Okay, so the rows which contains the 4 column will come in this particular format. All right, so this is what I am saying, that it is not a compulsory that every row will contain the same number of columns. All right, that's why first we are creating the row and then we are uh, creating the number of columns inside it. Okay, I hope this is clear to all of you. Thank you.